All right, now that I've done that, now let's go in with the curves, because that'll help the curves work a little better. So zero measure guides, ZR, there we go. And let's see if I can just automatically loop around here. So I'm gonna drag out and then hold shift and see if I can get a clean loop, and it doesn't look like I will. So let's not hold down shift and do that. You can do that in areas like this. It'll loop around nicely. It'll complete the loop all the way around. This we're gonna have to do manually. So we draw out, then we get close to the end, and we can continue to draw out. Now, when I talked about curves before and reinforcing curves, I may need to double up on my curves. This is a tricky spot, and this is probably what's causing my issue in this area, is the fact that the shrimp legs are so damn close to my other legs. Now, if I can't get this together, I'm just going to split those pieces off and then add them in after the fact, just like Christian's talking about with his tentacles. All right. And let's get these back legs. And I'm going to double up on this, just because I don't have confidence it's going to give me what I need with just one curve going in there. All right, there we go. Let's go in with another one here. All right, let's go ahead and work on this joint now. This is a tricky one. And I state this all the time, but I'll just state it again. More curves doesn't always make for better topology. So you want to try and hit some sort of balance here. Let's delete that end. Here we go. Let's bring this around here. So I don't want to put like 20 curves around the same joint to be like, I really, really want this, because that could actually just cause crap to form there. You'll get nothing of what you want. There we go. Let's do the same here in the back leg. Got a little bit of faceting in here. Let's make our lives easier. I'm going to hand this off to my friend to rig for you guys towards the end of class. And I can tell you right now, he's going to have a lot of fun with these legs. It's not that it can't be done, but it's just going to be a lot of fun and waiting. It'll be a good demo for you guys to see how to tackle complex areas like this. All right. Everything looked good in the feet as far as I saw last time. So let's go back here now and let's try to zero mesh again. And now that we have curves, we could play with the curve strength to help us out. So let's zero mesh and let me check questions. I knew that question was going to come up, Simon. Would we be wanting to put our creature in a neutral pose before or after the read topology? Ideally before. You want to do it before. And I was going to bring that up towards the end. The entire time I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? I probably should have put this in neutral for them before, but I wanted to jump right into it. And I didn't have all the time I wanted to prep today. So let's see what we have now. Let's see if it gave us a better result. So far, so good. And that's not so good. As long as it's not spiraling to the body, I think I could be happy with that. All right, that's something I could fix inside of Maya easily. So I'm not going to stress there. That is technically a spiral, but it's a spiral I can fix easily inside of Maya because I have a clean edge loop around, or relatively clean edge loop around the arms there. Let's check here. On this back leg, man, it's not giving me what I want. So you know what? I have a lot. I want to reduce the amount of fixes I have to do inside of Maya. I can fix it there. I mean, I could retopologize the whole thing there, but what's the point of zero meshing if I have to fix everything? So let me see if I can get a better result. Step back one. To our Dynamesh state. Let's go to curve strength and increase the curve strength. And I'm going to reduce the adaptive size. So by doing this, so adaptive size is sort of like, let's let zero mesher override what we're asking for, right? Curve strength is saying, okay, we are really suggesting this flow. The more we increase this, the stronger suggestion these curves are. So by reducing this and increasing this, we're actually kind of doubling up on saying, hey, follow these curves more closely. So let's try it again, and let me see what's going on in chat. All right. And it looks like it's taken a little bit longer. All right, my eyes are kind of intact. I can make that mode better in Maya. It gave me this weird kite here, but let's see what this poly loop is doing. So poly loop comes down to the bottom there, hits another kite. So I can make a weld here and here between those 2 points to complete this poly loop. And I can make a weld here and here to complete out through there. Yeah, I still got a spiral in there. So this is an area that I'm probably going to have to live with because it's so I can just tell by the way it's so bad that ZRemesher is not going to be able to tackle it. Let's look here. That's still spiraling. But let's see what stops the spiral. Weld here and here, weld here and here. That stops the spiral. Because the spiral starts off this star when it starts flowing into the body. Because this is a nearly complete poly loop. So let's see at the top here. Let's check along here. So I have a flow coming out here. I have a flow coming out here, and let's see where my cleanest edge loop is around here. Sweet, that's awesome. There's a little something going on in here that I'll have to fix up. Or it's something I might be able to live with. I mean, honestly, I would have to honestly probably talk to a friend of mine to see if that's going to be an issue in this shape. Because we've dealt with some of that stuff before, and he's had no problems with it. I don't know if I shared a little animation with you that we put together from a bug that I did inside of mine. I think I brought it up in the beginning of class. All right, that's an issue. I need to increase my density there. The fact that that's not showing up. All right, this stuff, I can continue to play with curves. I can continue to play with mesh density in those areas, or I can continue to play with curves, and I can. Sorry, I just saw a message from Christian. Would be a really cool feature to be able to quad draw the difficult parts completely and feed them to ZRemesher and let it figure out the in-between areas. You're onto something, and I'm going to share it with you in a moment, right? Because we're going to move from ZRemesher, and we're not just going to jump straight into Maya, because there's other things that we can do. So what I was going to say is that there was an animation that I did, or that a friend of mine did, who the guy I'm going to have come in. I had done it's like this little green tick creature. And I think I showed you the images of it, but I didn't show you the animations. I'll bring in the end. I'll post the animations actually for you, so you can check them out. The spirals that we got in those joints for that particular creature did not cause us any issues in the rig. So there's some areas where the spirals aren't so bad, right? Depending on what you're doing. All right, so let's have a look-see and see what we can do to get a better result here. Now, two things oh, look at that. That's an issue right there. I cannot live with these being in the center like that. So we can either form those into tries and then fix them later, but then we'll get six-sided stars there. So I could do that by going mirror and weld, right? And that'll get me those faces divided. I'll just have to resolve this later on inside of Maya. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. That's the quickest fix.